Hi, it's the Silly Moustache here again. Firstly, thank you to all of you who have written in suggestions for future subject matter for future videos. I'm really grateful for that. It's given me a whole new direction to go in. And also thank you to folks that just make comments. I always try to read them. Now, I always read them. I got one today from a gentleman called Rob Miller 3464. And I'd like to read out what he's written to me. I occasionally follow you, Andy, but lately the videos have been inconsequential as to informative subject matter. Curious to know, because of your analytical prowess, why you always play in first position mostly. Probably always, actually. So much great real estate. I guess he's talking about playing up the neck there. I try to cover the entire neck because different songs demand it at times. And if sound and ergonomics of a 12-fret guitar attract you, why not have one with a cutaway to have access to the 14th fret on occasion? I'm aware of scale length, bracing and sound hole placement because of 12-fret guitars. Not quite sure what that means. But so many benefits to opening up the options of a 12-fret cutaway or having just one 14-fret acoustic. No big deal, but if I personally owned more than 5 guitars, at least one would have a cutaway or a 14-fret for sure. Fine. And then he says, nice dreads though. And this was in response to a video that I made about differentiating between dreadnoughts and jumbos. Okay, so I replied to him, and you can find my copies, but I thought it might be worth a video of its own just to respond to his suggestions. I see that he's made 4 real suggestions, and so I'm going to answer that because it deserves a response. His first question was, why do I always play first position chord shapes? Well, he's quite right, I do. And I should say, first and foremost, I am a singer who plays guitar. That's how I started. I was a drummer and I wanted to sing. And that was impractical, and I wanted to be able to do it by myself. And so I wanted to sing, so I bought a guitar to accompany that. I'm not a guitarist who sings, I'm a singer who plays guitar. I play acoustic guitars, which frankly I think sound better with first position chords than those chords, right? I like the ringing. Yeah, I can teach, and often do teach, caged. E and D shapes, you know, they're inversions of the same. I prefer first position chords, and also I'm a bit folky, and I spent years playing bluegrass, and that's definitely all about around here. Okay, I'm not really fond of bar chords. I wish I was, and I tried, but I'm just really not good at them. But I have developed a style. And the answer to that, why do you always play first position chord shapes, is because I have developed a style. With that sustain, etc. Okay. His second question was, why not have cutaways? And that's a sore point with me. I really dislike the look of cutaways. I dislike the aesthetics of a cutaway. We have guitars made of resonating boxes, beautiful lumps of resonating tops, and this loudspeaker arrangement in the back. And the bigger you have them, the more fully they sound and possibly louder. And then you go and cut a great big lump out of them. It seems rather strange to me. Every time I see someone performing with a cutaway guitar, I look very carefully to see if they ever go above the 12th fret. Hardly ever. Really don't see the point of them, and I think they look unpleasant. That's it. And the final answer to that really is because I don't need them, because of what you said. I play round here. So that's his second question. He said, as I've stated, oh no, this is me talking. As I've stated before in videos, the reason for my preference for 12 fret is not about the bridge placement or the slotted headstocks or anything. It's simply about the width of the fretboard. They suit my little fat fingertips rather more easily. I do happen to prefer the ergonomics of them. I don't know when cutaways were first stuck into acoustic guitars, but I like guitars of the designs that were made in the first third of the 20th century. Oh, maybe the 19th as well. A 14 fret guitar will actually have 3 14 fret guitars. They're arch tops, and they're arch tops made as rhythm guitars to be played all over the neck, much more, I agree. And they were developed because banjo players with great big long necks and very skinny necks needed to adjust to guitars when they changed from Dixieland to swing and stuff like that. Not the arch tops, just the 14 fret design. I have these 3 lovely arch tops, but I don't use them much, and that's why the 34 Gibson is on his way out, sadly. None of my arch tops have cutaways either. So I hope that tells my little story, and that it informs Rob Miller. Sadly, he missed the point about my Collings being a Dread and my Santa Cruz being a Jumbo, but there we are, you can't win them all. If you have been, thanks for watching, and if you have comments and questions for me, I'll be glad to see them. Bye for now.